Today, we are flying a Starlux business class from Taipei to San Francisco. Yeah! We're super happy to be here. This trip is Bird's first ever experience on business class, and right now we're at the Galactic Lounge, which is Starlux's lounge at the Taipei Airport. It looks super cool and futuristic in here, and they have an assortment of food, so let's go check it out. All right, I got my little plate of goodies. They had so many things there, like steamed fish, bok choy, tofu, dim sum, a whole salad bar, a dessert case, and so many different kinds of drinks like tea, coffee, bottled and canned drinks as well. But let's start off with the food. This siumai is staring at me in the face, so I have to try it. Cheers. The pork filling is juicy. The wrapper is thin. Definitely a good start. You guys, look how fancy this is. It literally looks like it's from a nice dim sum place. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look at the filling. The bun is soft, but it has a little bit of a chew to it. And that black sesame filling, it's not too sweet. It's just perfect. Let's try some of the steamed fish. Not bad. I mean, it could be more tender, but the flavor is really nice. On top of all that buffet style food, they also have a QR code where you can scan the menu and order stuff. It's like more made to order type dishes. And I got really excited because one of my favorite Taiwanese foods are on there, which is guabao. It's like a Taiwanese hamburger. It has pork belly, peanut sugar, pickled greens, and cilantro on this fluffy bun. The pork belly is super fatty, and the cilantro is very, very bright. Some of the brightest cilantro I've ever had, I think. I also ordered these Sichuan dandan noodles. It comes with the noodles, cucumber, cilantro, and an egg, and then it also has the dandan sauce. So let's pour that right on there. Give it a mix. Whoa! Look at that. Oh, there must have been a sauce underneath. Man, that sauce is thick. Wait, that's actually so good. The noodles are so chewy, like perfect bouncy QQ texture, and that sauce is so flavorful. It's like nutty, it's a little bit spicy. Wow, I'm impressed. This bowl of noodles is definitely some of the best lounge food I've ever had. Now let's move on to the dessert. We have some pineapple. Not a lot because it looks so good and juicy. It's so sweet. I could eat a whole plate of this. Let me try this cute little tart. Look how adorable it is. It's kind of like a strawberry cream tart almost. It's also not too sweet. That one's really nice. All right, this one looks like a pineapple cake to me, but I'm not sure if it is. I don't know what's in there, but it's really good. The crust is really crumbly, just like a pineapple cake crust, but the filling, it's different. It's not pineapple. We're guessing a brown sugar something on the inside. And then to wash it all down, I grabbed this honey lemonade. And then Bird got this, which is some sort of tea. We're not sure exactly what kind of tea it is. Oh, this is so refreshing. It's like different from American lemonade. This one is like more like light. It doesn't have a strong sweetness or a strong tartness, but rather the sweetness is coming from the honey. How's your tea, Bird?
Tastes like tea.
Tastes like tea. What kind of tea?
Green.
Oh, this is so nice. It's super duper fragrant, not sweet. It's like unsweetened, but it's not like hella bitter or anything. Overall, this lounge experience got me so hyped up for the flight. But first, I want to share something with you guys that I've been loving for the past almost year. Because if you're watching this, you probably love traveling just like me. So I wanted to show you guys my favorite luggage, which is from Air, who is kindly sponsoring today's video. I've been using this for almost a year now, and it's quickly become my favorite carry-on I've ever used. Since it's from Air, rest assured that it's made with only the best in class materials and has thoughtful details throughout, such as their wheel brake system, which conveniently locks your wheels so that they don't slide or roll around, which was so helpful in those Asia subways. Speaking of wheels, these are literally the best wheels I've ever had on a suitcase. They're so high quality, so quiet, so smooth. Like with some of my other luggage, whenever I know I'm about to go over like a bump or a ridge or something on the ground, I know I have to like pull a little harder to get it over. This one, it glides over so effortlessly. I also love that it has this secret little compartment for an AirTag or tile meal. I have my little air tag right here and this removable compression pad so you can keep things nice and tightly packed in there. You can fit more stuff, which is great for me because I'm not known to be a light packer. It also comes with this luggage tag that clips right onto the handle, and of course it also has a TSA approved lock as well. It comes in 5 different colorways: black, dark olive, safety orange, pale mauve, and fog white, which is the one I have. I absolutely love this carry-on. It's just so high quality, durable, extremely functional. I just can't say enough good things about this luggage. So yeah, if you guys want to check out the Air carry-on, I will link it in the description, and thank you to Air for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get boarding. It's so nice. Let me show you around. This is my seat. Wow, very nice and spacious. Look at what they brought us. Some mango and pineapple juice and a hot towel. This is so good. It's like a tropical smoothie. It's literally like fresh mango and pineapple blended. Back to the seat. This is the leg room. Pretty decent leg room. Look at that. Like, I can't even reach that ledge back there. Over here, we have a little cubby, which you can see I already put my water bottle in there. And then we got a pretty decent sized TV. This is actually really big. I feel like this is one of the biggest TVs I've ever had on a plane. And then here, I think this is a table, and it goes pretty far, like that. You can push it in and out, and then also you can extend this flap so you have a pretty decent surface. And then over here on the seat, they have these different settings. So this, I think, when you're in flight, you can use it, and it's like low-key like a massage, like a very light massage. That's what they were telling me. I think it's this 0G thing. They have all these different modes. And then here we have, let's see. Oh, it's like a little extra storage space. And then over here we have this cute lamp. Bird, say hi. Hello. And then here we have a little like locker. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. We even got a mirror. And then in here we have some water. We have a face mask. We have headphones. Ooh, they look so fancy and look so cushy. Very comfortable. I'm gonna be watching a lot of movies with these. And then there's also a wireless charging thing, I think that's what this is, as well as some ports. We got a normal outlet as well as a USB port and the headphone port. And then here, this is like a remote. Oh yes, a remote. So you can control a few things with this, like the light, volume, whatnot, and it just snaps right back in there. And there's even a hook in here too. I feel like this is super nice because I always have just like random stuff on my flights and I don't know where to put them. So I feel like I'll just shove them all in here. And then over here we have a little reading light. And then here we have some more controls, seat controls, and a light control as well. And then we have an amenity kit. Look how nice this looks. Oh, toothbrush and toothpaste. We got, ooh, socks. Look at these socks. Very nice and long socks, even with some traction as well. Then we got an eye mask, a brush, some earplugs, hand cream, facial mist, and lip balm. Exactly what you need on a long flight. Then we also got some slippers. Ooh, these are like plush on the bottom. And even on top too, it's like a thick, soft towel kind of feel. And then we also got a pillow. It feels so soft and comfortable. And then we also have this blanket. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is so soft. I can tell I'm gonna be getting a good night's sleep on this flight. They also just gave me pajamas. Even the bag is so soft. Wait, this is so cute. It's like a matching brown set. Also, I forgot to mention that there's this hook here where you can hook your jacket or anything. Okay, I think the captain was saying that we're gonna be taking off soon, so see you guys in the air. I'm so excited. As soon as we were in the air, they were already preparing our first meal. Taking a look at the menu, they had so many options for drinks, like anything you could ever think of. An extensive list of spirits and cocktails, wine, beer, as well as juice, soft drinks, coffee, and a large tea selection. But of course, what caught my eye the most was that they had boba. Yes, boba. So of course we had to order that. And here's the food menu. Feel free to pause if you want to read it. They set up our table and brought out a tray with the first course, some bread, and most importantly, the boba. Both Bird and I were so excited to try it, and of course we're using our Feed Mei glass boba straws. Link will be in the description as always. Had to give it a good mix, and I was so shocked, like I couldn't even believe I was drinking boba on a plane, and it was actually good. The texture of the boba was soft, chewy, not hard or mushy. It was pretty solid. The drink itself basically tasted like milk with some brown sugar flavoring, so I wish it had more of a tea flavor since on the menu it was called boba tea latte. It had a nice balance of sweetness, and overall I was pretty impressed. Bird also loved it and literally ordered like 3 cups because he's a boba fiend. Now, onto the food. They gave us an assortment of bread to try. The garlic bread had a nice chew from the crust, but the inside was so soft, fluffy, and airy. As a garlic lover, this was absolutely delicious. We also got this slice of sourdough and a salami bread roll. Something I noticed with all their bread is how soft it is. I don't know how they do it, but they're just so fluffy and the perfect vehicle to soak up some sauce or soup. For the starter, they served this olive oil marinated shrimp with curry pumpkin puree and crunchy puffed rice. The shrimp was cooked decently, not particularly juicy or snappy, but it wasn't overcooked or mushy at all. The pumpkin puree had a nice hint of curry flavor, and the consistency was very similar to like a hummus. The puffed rice added a nice, crunchy, textural contrast to the dish. Next, they brought out a roasted tomato cream soup. I surprisingly really liked this. It was warm, comforting, very tomatoey, a little bit creamy, but not overly creamy. Just so good and flavorful, I completely downed the whole thing. For my main course, I actually chose my entree online before the flight because they usually have more of a variety of dishes to pick from that aren't listed on the flight menu. I got this lemongrass red curry lobster with pad thai, and as soon as they brought it, I had to dig in because it smelled incredible. The lobster was cooked really well. It was tender, a little bit juicy. I mean, I guess it could have been juicier, but honestly, I wasn't complaining. That sauce on top was super duper flavorful and complemented the lobster perfectly. The noodles had a nice bite and texture that was fun to eat, and the lemon made it acidic and bright. However, I wouldn't really call it a pad thai because it didn't really have the flavor profile of a pad thai, but regardless, it was really good. They provided some extra sauce, which was like a coconut curry sauce. It wasn't spicy at all, but it had a very deep and rich curry flavor. I tried a little bit of Bird's A5 wagyu steak with grilled rice ball, and while the steak had a nice beefy flavor, it was pretty dry. The rice bowl was also just okay. It was kind of bland, and the texture of the rice wasn't right. Moving on to dessert, they apparently collaborated with a very famous brand in Tainan for this ice cream. It came with 2 flavors. The first one was a peach oolong tea, which had a light peach flavor and was subtle on the oolong, but still pretty good and not too sweet. The texture was almost like a creamier sorbet, which was refreshing. The second flavor was a milk gelato, and this one took me by surprise. It has such a creamy, rich, milky flavor, but also not too like dense or heavy. There's a little saltiness too that really brings out the flavor. The peach oolong was good, but the milk gelato is where it's at. We ended with a fruit plate which had honeydew, dragon fruit, cantaloupe, grapes, and pineapple. I was really excited for this because sometimes airline fruits are some of the best ones, but honestly, the only one I liked was the pineapple. The others weren't that ripe, so some were kind of crunchy and not that sweet. The pineapple, however, was just as good as the one we had at the lounge, if not better. After that huge meal, they prepared the cabin for us to sleep and had a turn-down service where they put like a mattress topper type thing on your seat to set it up like a bed. This is one of the things I always look forward to the most on a business class flight because seriously, being able to lay down is a game changer. You're also able to put down the armrest to add extra room, and I loved that they had this little door that you could close for privacy. There was such a large selection of movies to choose from as well, so I just put on one of my comfort movies to help me go to sleep. Usually when I'm doing flight reviews, I always make sure to wake up and order a snack to review, but I'm telling you guys, this bed was so comfortable that I completely knocked out. This was by far the best sleep I've ever gotten on a flight, and sometimes I still think about it. Don't worry though, I still ended up getting a snack, which you'll see later. Before I knew it, they were waking us up for breakfast, and they gave us this wake-up juice, which was basically the same drink that we got when we boarded the plane. This time, for the bread selection, they had an olive oil brioche, cranberry bread, and a banana muffin. I'm not sure if our olive oil brioche got subbed with something else, because I couldn't really taste an olive oil flavor. To me, it actually tasted like a milk bread. It was fluffy and soft, and had a slight sweetness to it. The banana muffin kind of reminded me of a lighter version of banana bread, and it was also not too sweet. As our starter, we got a cold smoked chicken breast on top of a mixed berry arugula salad with orange vinaigrette. I was pleasantly surprised because the chicken breast wasn't dry at all, and I enjoyed the refreshing crunch of the salad accompanied by the sweet berries. They also gave us some yogurt, and we could choose from toppings like cereal, dried fruits, and Taiwan lychee honey. The yogurt was tart, but the lychee honey was a nice addition to balance it out. There was also a lot of texture from the crunchy cereal and the dried fruit. For the main course, I chose this pan-fried egg with British muffin, seared ham, bacon, and hollandaise sauce. I'm usually a big fan of eggs benedict, so this option was calling to me. The egg wasn't really like a pan-fried egg, but it was cooked nicely in the sense that both the egg whites and the yolk weren't overcooked or undercooked. Of course, I was wishing for a runny yolk, but to be fair, I feel like that'd be hard to do on a flight. The bacon was salty and smoky, whereas the ham was actually a little dry and bland. The hollandaise also didn't have much flavor, and the vegetables were just okay. Bird really enjoyed his breakfast course though, which was a congee with a variety of sides including 3-cup tofu and mushroom, steamed Chilean sea bass, salted duck egg, pork floss, and kimchi. I think I would have been better off picking that option. Then I ordered my snack, and while I waited for them to prepare it, I wanted to try their zero-G feature. After reading more about it, it's apparently made possible by NASA space technology and is designed to lower blood pressure, ease weariness from long flights, and relax the whole body. It includes an air massager with 3 levels of intensity to help soothe your back. This was actually really nice, and while it's obviously not as intense as a full-on massage chair, it was definitely relaxing and an additional perk that I've never experienced before. I ordered their wagyu pineapple bun with black truffle butter, and oh my God, it looked and smelled absolutely incredible. I mean, look at this beauty. It had a giant slab of truffle butter that was just melting into all the crevices of the pineapple bun. Upon first bite, it was rich. The bun was sweet, but not as sweet as pineapple buns usually are, which was nice because it added to the sweet-savory combo without being overpowering. The beef added a lot of depth, although I wished it was juicier. The butter added a touch of truffle without it clashing with the other flavors. And just FYI, this specific snack is only available if you're flying out of Taiwan. And just like that, we are back in San Francisco. This is legitimately the best flight I've ever been on, and I'll truly never forget it. Let me know what food from this video you were surprised by the most, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!